The family systems perspective holds that individuals are best understood within the context of relationships and through assessing the interactions within an entire family. Symptoms are often viewed as an expression of a dysfunction within a family. These dysfunctional patterns are often thought to be passed across several generations. This perspective is grounded on the assumptions that a client's problematic behavior may 1. Serve a function or purpose for the family, 2. Be a function of the family's inability to operate productively, especially during developmental transitions, or 3. Be a symptom of dysfunctional patterns handed down across generations. The family therapy perspective calls for a conceptual shift. Actions by any individual family member will influence all the others in the family, and their reactions will have a reciprocal effect on the individual.
The origins of structural family therapy can be traced to the early 1960s, when Salvador Minuchin was conducting therapy, training, and research with delinquent boys from poor families at the Willich School in New York. According to Minuchin, a family structure is an invisible set of functional demands or rules that organize the way family members relate to one another. The family is considered a basic human system. The term subsystems encompasses various categories, for instance, spousal, parental, sibling, and extended. Determining that the parent subsystem is appropriately separate from the child subsystem is central to structural therapy. The emotional barriers that protect and enhance the integrity of individuals, subsystems, and families are referred to as boundaries. These interpersonal boundaries can best be conceptualized on a continuum ranging from rigid to diffuse. In the middle of the continuum between rigid and diffuse boundaries are clear or healthy boundaries, which consist of an appropriate blending of rigid and diffuse characteristics. Minuchin employs a method for mapping the structure of the family. In drawing a family map, transactional styles are identified as enmeshed or disengaged. In enactments, the therapist asks family members to engage in some conflict situation that would happen at home. This allows the therapist to observe how family members interact and to draw conclusions about the structure of the family. The therapist also blocks existing patterns, determines the family's ability to accommodate to different rules, and encourages members to experiment with more functional rules. Sometimes therapists cast a new light and provide a different interpretation to a problem situation within a family. The presenting problem can then be explored in different ways that allow the family to understand an original complaint from many angles.
My name's Don, and the reason that we're in therapy is I really love my kids, but I can't take it anymore. The fighting has just gotten insane, and my son Ben, I almost hit him last week, and that scares me. So I knew we needed some help.
Hi, my name is Angela. I am the mother of Ben and Heather. And since Dawn and I got divorced last year, apparently Ben has had some issues, and from what I've heard, the family life just has kind of fallen apart, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know why my ex-husband is having so many issues with the kids. Everything was fine before the divorce, but I'm concerned. It seems like there's some issues that need to be resolved, and I'm glad that they're all going to get help.
Hi, my name is Heather, and I'm the youngest child in our family. We're here in therapy. Things have been a little bit stressful lately. I feel like my relationship with my dad has been really good. It's always been good, but my relationship with my brother Ben has just been really crazy lately, and it's just put a lot on our family.
My name is Ben. I'm here at therapy because Donald, my dad, just said to go. I guess it's just another punishment. I don't know, it seems like everything I do is wrong, and my sister and I can do the same thing, and I'm the one who gets in trouble for it. So, I don't know, that's why I'm here.
it's one thing to talk about the relationships in your family, but I think what might make this a little bit more clear is to have you guys reenact a scenario that typically has happened in your family, an argument that's happened per se, and this will kind of help me see the family dynamics at work. So, Ben, what's something that's happened lately, or an argument perhaps that you've had with a family member?
The other night, I got home from my buddy Paul's place. It wasn't late. It was like 2:30, 3 in the morning. Park in the driveway. I'd leave a little room so someone in the garage can get out. If they can't, I always leave my keys right by the front door. Come in, go to bed. Wake up the next morning like 6:30. Heather's there pounding on my door, yelling at me to move my car.
Okay.
I say, move it yourself. Keys are right there by the door. No.
Okay.
No. She makes me get up.
Okay, so why don't I stop this right here, and I actually want you to, Heather, Ben, to reenact that fight for me.
Okay.
Why don't I have you guys start from the point where you were pounding on his door, he woke up, and that's where the conversation started.
Okay.
What you said.
Move it yourself.
Okay, move it yourself. Go.
I said, no, I have to be at school. It's not my responsibility to move your piece of shit car.
I just got in bed. I mean, I just yell, move it yourself.
Whose fault is that you decide to go to bed at
Ben, I'm
6
tired
a.m.?
of you coming home so freaking late at night. Your sister has to get up to go to class in the morning.
I
It's
sleep
not
later,
appropriate.
I sleep later, I work later, I stay out later. I still have a job.
All
I still
hours
get
of the
things
night,
done.
all over town. We don't know where you are.
So Don, what if I were to tell you that I'm going to give you permission to not get involved in these arguments? I'm going to give you permission to be a parent. Remember we did our genogram, right? Mm-hmm. We had the parents at one level of the hierarchy, and we had the kids at the lower level of the hierarchy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you out of the role of having to get in the middle of their argument, and I'm going to have you stand back and be a parent. I'm going to give you permission. I'm going to give you freedom not to have to participate in this. And we'll see how that feels. It might feel a little weird at first, so are you willing to try it?
I'll try.
Okay. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to reenact the same scenario, but in a different way. So first, Dawn, I'd like you to trade places with your son.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to have you guys have a dialogue here, back and forth, kind of like we just did. And you identify something that you need from the other person, okay? And Dad, we get to sit back and watch this, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, ready? Action.
I feel like, I'm just worried about you, and I just, we miss you. Me and Dad, we're always...
Hold on. Talk from you.
Okay.
Talk from you.
I miss you, and I just don't really feel like you've been very available in our family. And this argument that we just had, it's just one little example of the bigger picture of you not being available and not really respecting me.
I guess I don't like getting woken up when I just fell asleep, but that's a small part of it too. I guess, more importantly, I need you to back me up sometimes, sis. Like when Dad's getting on my case and you walk by, like you just immediately jump in on his side, and you never back me up, and I could use that.
Okay. Well done. All right. I'm going to ask you guys, how did that feel? And how is that different from the first situation? Ben, let's check in with you.
It was weird just getting to talk to her without yelling.
Incredible how that works. Heather, what was your take on the situation?
It was nice. I felt really, like he listened to what I said and was really present and felt like a real conversation.
Okay. Now, Dawn, appreciate your patience in watching this. Was that difficult for you to watch without trying to...
Yeah, I definitely felt like Heather wasn't getting a chance to say all the things that she needed to.
Okay. Why don't I have you comment on the interaction between the two of them? What did that feel like to you?
Better than it's been in a long time.